people don't really realize, like, my real business is email marketing. That's really, if I'm not doing actual real estate deals, if it has anything to do with online education, I'm actually a direct response email marketer. That's how we make all our sales. That's how our goal is to build and scale brands on social to pull people off of social into our email list. When my email list had, 1.1 million people on it, we probably pull about $11 million per year out of the email list. And it's sending one email a day. I send an email every single day of the week. If there was one skill that if there was a young person watching this and they were like, okay, Cody, just give me one skill that I can lean in on to guarantee that I'm going to make millions of dollars, I would say it's the art of copywriting. If you can learn how to write copy, you can write your own paycheck. And for a long time, I wasn't writing my own copy. I had other people on my team writing copy, and it never was hitting. It wasn't resonating. And I would see stuff go out, and I'm like, that's so corporate. That's so boring. That's so bland. And one day I just got pissed, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start writing my own copy. This is my voice. I'm going to write the emails. I'm going to do the sales emails. I'm going to do the follow-up emails. I'm going to do the relationship building emails. I'm going to write the newsletter. I'm going to do it all. And at first it was, I don't want to say painful, but overwhelming a little bit.
Sure.
And then I started developing better and better copywriting skills. Nobody taught me. I never took a course or anything like that. I just was authentic and funny and put it out there. And I started to build this email list and train my email list to resonate with my copy. Now I know exactly if I want to, let's say it's New Year's, we're going to do a mentoring push. I know exactly how to hack the email system to get an insane amount of email mentoring applications. Quick example. Everybody sends out emails consistently from their name or their company name, their personal name or the company. It's like the email's coming out from Cody Sperber or Clever Investor. You know what email I sent today? You know what it came out from?
Where?
Your wallet. Your wallet was the from name of my email. You know what the subject line was?
What?
We need to talk. I animated a wallet and wrote all the email copy around this wallet who was at the ATM, and he ran into his other friend with another wallet, and they were having this conversation, and he realized the other guy's wallet had a ton of dough in it and ours was totally empty. And we set off 2023 with all these great intentions, but we didn't end right. So now we're here in 2024 and we got to figure out how to get back on track. And there's wallet jokes in there and there's all kinds of stuff. That email crushes because nobody sees it coming. They don't realize that you don't have to play by this templated corporate rule book. You can animate things. You can do avoid names. You could do my Nikki, Cody's assistant, can be the from name. I split test everything. I dial in my copy to the point where I'm like a surgeon. I'm so strategic with it. I know if I send out this email, I'm going to get 300 mentoring apps. But if I send out this email with this different subject line, I'm going to get 500 mentoring apps. That boost could be the difference between having an average business or a phenomenal business. So the art of copywriting is the skill.
Do you have any advice for people to learn copywriting? Because that's something I'm passionate about myself is copywriting, and it's something that I'm actively improving. So do you have any advice or resources that you would direct people towards?
Frank Kern is a great trainer in the copy world. Dan Kennedy's got a lot of great copy stuff. Oh God, what's that Asian guy?
Brunson just bought the Kennedy stuff, didn't he?
Yep. Dan Locke, that's who I was thinking of. Dan Locke has a really great copywriting course. What I did is I just tinkered and paid attention, right? And I was like, okay, what kind of entertainment? Because at the end of the day, if you look at social media, nobody gives if I sit there and I tell you, this is the exact strategy to become a millionaire, technically do 1 and 2 and 3, and I just lay it out in like a map, gets very little engagement.
Ironically.
If I do that exact same thing, but in a fun and engaging way where it's like a skit that's playing out and I'm still delivering the same content, but just in a fun and engaging way, you realize that people want infotainment or edutainment. They don't want just information. They want to be entertained. And so you have to really figure out how to like put that together. and I watch your stuff, and that's what you're doing. You're not just being bland with it. You're using like green screen behind you and being animated and doing it in different locations. You got to really mix things up to get through the first 3 to 5 seconds before they move on to something else. So it's always that hook, that first 3 seconds is always the most important. With copy, it's the same thing. I have to figure out, like, how am I going to hook you like right away to get you to finish reading the email? And a lot of my copy is not long copy. I don't sit there and write tons of information out. I'm not trying to sell you in the email. I'm letting the funnel do its job. I'm just trying to get you to the funnel. And so the more entertaining I am, edutainment I am in the copy and creative and wild, the better. And
I love that.
I'm able to drive. I could send out an email and drive 6,000 to 10,000 clicks per email.
That's crazy, dude. Oh my God. It's really interesting to learn all of this because I'm new. Like this last year was when I started taking all this seriously. So it means a lot that you like my content because I just figured all this out this last year and trying to figure out like what your voice is, who you're speaking to, what you're helping them with, and how you are different than anybody else. And so I just saw so much like stuffy and boring. I was like, dude, you guys don't have any fun. You guys are calculating the ROI in an index fund instead of a pina colada. I'm like, dude, what? Like, yep. I want to go. I'm traveling around the world, man. I guess I'll document this thing. And it's really cool that you say about the importance of having the less is the better. Less is more. And there's this quote that I really like. It's one of my favorite quotes. And I don't remember which one was which, but it's like Emerson and Thoreau, some of the famous transcendentalism writers. And I think it was Thoreau that said, simplify. And then Emerson said, one simplify would have sufficed.
Yes, I love that.
And I was just like, oh my God, like that's perfect. So I was like, how can you get that? How can you package all this into one statement, one line in copyright? And that's what Apple does so great. Nike. My favorite campaign from them is yesterday, you said tomorrow.
Simple, right? And it makes you think a little bit. Yeah. And that's why they're the #1 apparel company in the world.
Bingo.